Hey hotties and haters and everyone in between, it's Victoria and I'm here to talk about what do you do when you're at a grocery store of any kind and you hear people talking about their low carb diet and blah 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 about not having any carbs, and they're so excited because they found like a whey protein shake and it has no carbs in it, and you're standing there and you're like, yawn. How many times do I have to hear this and just stand by and not say anything? Well, luckily, I am not a shy person. So, of course, I felt out the conversation. I assessed who it was, and I kind of intercepted. And I said, you know, I used to do low-carb diets all the time, but then I got so fat and sick from it that it was just not worth it. But you know what I tried instead, and I lost so much weight and I felt great and I kept it off for years? And they're like, what? The high carb diet. Oh my God. They're like, what? These were two old guys. And then I was talking and then I said, and my husband, and they're like, oh, you have a husband? The magic word. She said husband. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to pick you up. What I'm trying to tell you is that you can eat carbs and lose weight, and it'll be so much fun. You'll have so much fun. You'll have a blast because you won't even think about your food. Like, you're going to be so full and you're going to be so satisfied, and you're just going to love life. And you're going to want to you're going to have so much energy. You're going to probably sign up for a 5K, and you're not even going to know why. Well, I'm telling you why. I'm telling you that it's because of the high carb diet. Yeah, I'm telling you that. This guy was definitely interested. He was like in his 60s, and he was like, I think he was impressed. So, I mean, God, he had peanuts and all these shakes and stuff on the belt, and this guy was clueless. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, people have gotten rid of diabetes type 2. I know someone on type 1 diabetes that thrives on all sugar, fruit, you know, and he was interested. I don't know if he's going to be watching this video now because I'm going to be showing him my, I'm going to email him my videos. Yes, I will. And that, my friends, is how you do it. You don't have to be a pain in the ass. You don't have to start lecturing. Just talk about how great it is to be on a high carb diet, because it really is. It is the best thing since sliced bread. It's a high carb, which I don't love because it has gluten and all that other crap that they're putting in it, and you don't need that as your high carb. But if you're going to have it, you know, at least you had something that wasn't an animal. But hear me out. If you're addicted, don't do it. But also, if you feel like it's not really healthy, don't do it. If you're not addicted and you want it once in a while, I guess it's okay. But what I'm saying is you'll feel so much better on high fruits and vegetables. To the newcomers, welcome to this channel. Welcome to my world. I basically have to say that I have never felt better than when I was on a high carb diet. When I was on high protein and high fat, I always felt sluggish. And even if I had some energy, it was probably from the coffee I was drinking, because I needed a stimulant to get me motivated to move. Because I was running out of glycogen stored, and I needed it, and I needed glucose. Like I've said in other videos, if you know people that do marathons, you know that they eat carbs. They have to in order to do a marathon. In order to perform a marathon, they have to have carbs or they'll hit a wall. So how is it different in your day? Your day is a marathon. As far as I'm concerned, you don't have to be running it really fast. You don't even have to be walking it really quickly. You just have to be alert and awake and alive. And the only way to do that is with carbohydrates. So get a clue, get on board, read the right materials, the 80-10-10 diet, read Dr. McDougall. If you want to transition to a high fruit diet, I really personally believe in a high fruit diet. And if you're not ready for that yet, I guess you could transition with McDougall's diet. But what I'm finding is the more fruits you have, the less digestion your body needs to process, and it works on all the other stuff instead of digestion. Digestion takes about 60 to 70% of your life's energy. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, if you want to get on board with the really high energy fruit-based diet, then start eating as many fruits as you can and until you're satisfied, and then have vegetables, and then if you are not satisfied 100% with that, have a starchy food. Starchy vegetable is more recommended than starchy processed food. You could have squash, you could have potatoes, and I suggest that if you can't get off rice, have it every other night. I was addicted to rice for a very long time, and it is very hard to kick. But then, you know, if that's your thing and you still want to eat rice, go ahead and eat it. I tend to go back to rice back and forth. I'm like, I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship with rice. It doesn't really have a bad effect on me that I can tell, but I don't think it's optimal food. But I do think that it's very good to have as your staple if you're not eating enough fruit. Because you'll go to the animal products. But if you stay on track and get rid of the high fat and try to limit over fats like avocados, stuff like that, then you will see a difference in your appearance, in the way you feel, and your performance. Performance in anything you do. So get on board. I really, really want you to try this. Try it for a week. Try it for 20 days. If you try it for that long, you might want to stay on it. Or you might realize how clean you feel, and you might want to incorporate more of that stuff in your life. So you see, win-win. You know, I do that whole breath thing because I do a run-on sentence and it just doesn't seem to end, and then I need to take a breath. I want to explain this to you, my viewers, beautiful viewers. Okay, so I'm going to go now, and I'm going to leave you with a thought that if you didn't know already, then now you know. And if you're not getting involved in other people's lives, well, they're just going to keep on eating the same way, and you know, everything just gets topsy-turvy that way in this world. It does. I have to explain it. Health insurance is all messed up because of all this, and too many people are sick and dying and have diseases, and they just don't know. This guy was in his 60s. He just didn't know. He was intrigued. If you're watching this, guy from Costco, thumbs up. Took the first step. I'm proud of you. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.